Good evening, everybody. I am Daksh. I am the founder of Blub World magazine, which basically works on the simple concept of inspiring teenagers. And to inspire teens, we find inspiration in teens. The focus of our work is teens inspiring teens. We keep finding teenagers who are doing great in life in whichever sphere and try to share their stories, their struggles, what all they've been doing with other teenagers. As on date, we reach to more than 1,000 schools across India. And from time to time, we try to create white papers on school education sector. That how is K-12 reacting to different economic stimuli, to social stimuli, to societal stimuli, on whatever is going around the whole atmosphere that we work in. So just in that part, this is one of those activities. Today, we are all sitting in the 20th session of this web talks. Now let's hear it from Nandita Prakash ji. Ma'am, over to you for the next 2 minutes. Please try to share your introduction, one learning and one idea or innovation or one vision that other schools can learn from you. Over to you for the next 2 minutes.
Hi Daksh, my name is Nandita Prakash. I am academic advisor. Am I audible? Hello?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah. Hi. So I am academic advisor to Shriram Global group of schools across Delhi NCR and Ludhiana. And thank you for Raksha and Aditi for calling me on this platform and sharing my point of view. Just a second, I'm just finding it difficulty. Yeah. Okay. Very quickly, my realization during this lockdown has been quite enlightening as well as shocking as well. So we have realized collectively, all the schools, that our teachers are not as much technically equipped as we thought they were in handling online classes, as well as I would say digital content. So this also raises a doubt in our minds that whether they are efficiently using their digital aids in supporting classrooms or no. So that's one. It is not about using the technology. It's about taking the optimum utilization from the technology that you're using. So very quickly, a few understandings which we have developed in the process collectively as the group of schools is that online classrooms are very different from the actual classrooms. The difference is that in regular classrooms, there can be distractions such as other children distracting or maybe the environment. That is not there in online portal. However, there are distractions wherein there is an attention span. So children have lesser attention span when they are watching you over the video. So you cannot use only the lecture methodology, the lecture method as the teaching methodology, and whatever content that you're using. So the same lesson plans which you're otherwise using in your classroom cannot be used in a online portal. You have to change your the way you're taking the concept. The entire idea changes. It has to be very concise, very interesting, and you also have to be careful about involving children with different learning abilities. So you have to take, while you are taking lecture as the method of teaching, you also have to take care of visual learners, auditory learners, as well as kinesthetic learners. So for visual learners, teachers are sharing videos. For auditory learners, of course, the lecture method works. But for kinesthetic children, it is very difficult. Like they're like left out in the process. So this might seem a little funny, but it is very helpful if you, after every 15 minutes, if you ask your children to just get up for no reason, just get up, jump 5 times and clap your hands 10 times, because it immediately brings their attention back to what you are saying. I can say it by experience because I'm a kinesthetic person, and for me to sit long hours in a lecture is very difficult. So if there's something which can stimulate my potential energy, definitely pulls my attention back to the topic. So this is one thing that one should be considering. Secondly, once the teacher moves, so this is the basic. The teachers have just learned to use the online online aids of interacting with children. But once they become pro, then I think they can also lead group discussions on call by muting, unmuting the various participants. They can also conduct group discussions, which can be very, very helpful. A few of the people involved in the conversation today have already shared that. I'm sure it is working well with them as well. Other than that, I think I would like to talk about the way the teachers are taking their classroom. So when the way you prepare yourself for an actual classroom, you should also prepare yourself for the online classroom. So it's not only about the content that you're going to share on your Zoom platform or the screen sharing, but also how you present yourself. I've seen a lot of teachers who are not they don't look groomed when they're taking classrooms. So there's a lot of difference. Children look at you with a particular perspective. So you have to maintain that even on an online classroom platform.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing those. We'll have to mute you. We'll try to come back to you if possible within the whole meeting itself. I think one of your ideas, which actually will find space in the white paper, would be making kids to either stand up and do something physical every 5 minutes to get their attention back. It's a very good idea, very easy to implement, and I think it will go to the white paper and it will reach to the maximum schools with your name on it. Thank you so much for sharing that.